I've been advising clients for over 25 years, and inevitably, over that time, there are some recurring themes across the hundreds, maybe even thousands of different situations that I've seen. And today I want to highlight 5 of the biggest mistakes that I see people making. These are the things that I spend my time, my career, helping my clients avoid, and they're probably not what you think. Hi and welcome back to the channel. My name is Pete Matthew and I'm a chartered financial planner based here in the UK, and this video is brought to you by Meaningful Academy Retirement Planning. More on that in a little bit. So let's look at these 5 mistakes and how to avoid them. They are big things that can completely derail your financial plans, and the first one is analysis paralysis. Many of my clients come to me from this channel and the award-winning Meaningful Money podcast. By definition, they've got some interest in their finances and in making good decisions with their money. They are generally not total delegators. They want to understand their options and the implications of them. And this is all great, right? But it's so easy to go too far in that direction. Reading every book, watching tons of videos, and listening to just one more podcast to try and be as informed as they can. But the problem is that they then get lost in the minutiae and they never actually settle on a decision. Months, even years can go by, waiting to have all the info they need to make the perfect decision. Well, I'm here to tell you that there are no perfect decisions. There are relatively few things that you absolutely should do with your finances. Instead, there are usually several options of things that you could do, and probably one option over the other won't make or break your financial future. And the best learning is in the doing, then reviewing. Do and review. That's how to make the best decisions for your future. Another mistake is the flip side of the first one, making decisions too quickly. It's one thing trying to take forever, trying to choose the perfect option, but it's just as bad to make too fast, knee-jerk decisions. People do this with too little or maybe just plain bad information. Maybe they've read one article and are convinced that it's gospel, or they're getting their information from a mate down the pub who picked a good fund once and now he thinks he's Warren Buffett. We also have a very loud and insistent media these days, and especially when things are difficult, they do their best to trigger the fight or flight response that says, I must do something now. But remember that investing and financial planning is a multi-decade endeavor. Short-term thinking and hasty decision-making can undermine all the good work that time and patience and discipline can do for you. Our next big financial mistake is not living for today. And I see people all the time that live too much in the future. I think this is prevalent in the FIRE movement, but I see it with clients on a more normal financial trajectory as well. It's true that to build wealth for tomorrow, you've got to make some sacrifices today, but it's also true that sometimes tomorrow doesn't come. Certainly it's not promised to us. All a bit depressing, I know, but as I always say here on Meaningful Money, if you are faced with a decision between today or one day, then fall in favor of today. It's all we've got, ultimately. Sometimes, planning so far ahead as we do with our finances, we can fail to fully enjoy the present. And I've seen far too many situations where a client has died too early or become very ill, and they or their partner express regret about the stuff that they didn't get to do. Again, it's a really fine line, but regret sucks. So live well today, while also planning for tomorrow. Are these mistakes resonating with you so far? Have you spotted yourself in any of them yet? Well, we've got 2 more to go, but if this is useful so far, do me a favor please, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It really helps to grow the channel, so thank you very much. You are lovely. We need to remember why we are sacrificing, building, saving, and investing. I see people making the mistake of getting caught in the weeds all the time. They lose sight of the why, and they get bogged down in savings rates, asset allocation, OCFs. When I'm talking to clients, I'm always asking them about what's important to them and why they are investing as they are. They never ever talk about beating inflation. Instead, they talk about maybe retiring one day, having lovely holidays, about being able to help their children and grandchildren or causes that they care about having the time to volunteer maybe, or to pursue some ambition that they've always held. Money is a means to those ends. In and of itself, it's just a tool. So understand how it works, sure, but don't get excited about the tool itself, but about what it can do for you. That will focus your mind on what's truly important. Before we get into the last mistake, let me just remind you about Meaningful Academy Retirement Planning, which is my most distilled learning on how to plan for an effective and fulfilling retirement. It's a course with all kinds of video lessons, calculators, workbooks, live Q&A calls with me, a thriving community of people in a similar boat, and access to the financial planning software that I use every day with my clients. And I'll teach you how to use it. If you want to make good progress quickly without having to search for all the information you need, Meaningful Academy Retirement Planning has everything in one place. So head over to meaningfulacademy.com/retirement planning and check it out. If you decide that it's for you and you want to sign up, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, but also use the coupon code YouTube for a decent discount. Hope to see you inside Meaningful Academy very soon. Finally, a potentially disastrous financial mistake is being too black and white and too definite about things. In a rapidly changing world, not everything is a universal, eternal truth. We must remain open to learning new stuff and changing the way we think and operate, in case we get left behind. Being humble and teachable is a superpower, and so is recognizing that everything has nuance. Your financial planning is just that, it's yours, and your situation is unique and ever-changing. So doesn't it make sense then that there is no absolute right or perfect way to execute that plan and win your financial freedom? All we can do is apply what we know about the system as best we can to our situation and then live with the consequences of our decisions. So let's stop worrying about getting it absolutely right and just do our best. We'll be fine. These are 5 huge, potentially disastrous financial mistakes. Analysis paralysis, spending too long thinking about decisions and never getting around to actually taking action. Number 2, hasty decision making, being influenced by bad actors and the media and knee-jerk reacting to whatever comes across our screens. Number 3, not living for today, sacrificing everything for a tomorrow that might not come and not making the most of today's joys and opportunities. Number 4, getting caught in the weeds, spending so much time obsessing about the minutiae of our finances that we forget what it's all about. And finally, number 5, being too black and white, forgetting that there are rarely any should do or perfect options, just a load of possible choices. Realizing that is quite liberating. Now, many of us make some or all of these mistakes as we go through our financial lives. But as always, awareness is half the battle when it comes to avoiding them. So now you know about them, there's no excuse, right? But I hope this was helpful, folks. If it was, you know what to do. Like and subscribe and share this video with someone who you know will find it helpful. Let me know which mistake resonated with you the most in the comments below and fire any questions at me too. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.